gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spread the
Today's modification is based on this. It's probably the only interior mod that I'm going to record so far for my M3. I didn't record the buttons. It's a gang of videos there. So as many of you guys may or may not know, I'm trying to show my freaking address, but mostly everybody gets a P3 gauge. P3 gauges go here, which is cool, OEM-ish, nice and clean. I have nothing against P3 gauges. Yeah, because flashing. But for the money, they're about anywhere from $300 to $500 from my understanding. So I opted against it. And the only reason is because I know it shows multiple gauges. I just hate that it shows one gauge at a time. And to pay anywhere from $400 to $500 for a gauge that only shows you one thing at a time kind of sucks in my opinion. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. Yes, you can press the buttons. Yes, you can cycle through different gauges, volt, blah blah blah, whatever. But I opted for something different, something I have in my other cars, which is this. So disregard all my stuff, but all right. So in the box, this is called the Ultragauge 2. There's a website. I opted for this. It runs 80 something bucks, less than $100, 100-ish with shipping. Or if you get extra mounts, which in my case I got extra different mounts. Comes with this, which I'm not gonna show. It's my address, whatever. But yeah, it's a receipt. Blah. And here's the gauge itself. This right here plugs straight into your OBD2. I've had one of these in my Mini Cooper, my R53, my R56. I love it. You can see 6 gauges at a time, so at least I don't have to be flipping through pages as much as, you know, the P3 gauge. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not hating at people who have it. If you're a baller and want to pay that kind of money, cool. Yeah, hey, power to you. I'm on a budget, and I refuse to pay $500 for one gauge, so I had to spend $80 to get this. They come in their necessary brackets, depending what you buy. Like I said, I paid for extra. It either comes with this, or it'll come with this or this. So I chose the suction cup, which I've yet to figure out how I want it installed. If I want to use the suction cup or not. But when I figure that out, you know, I ordered it. Obviously, suction, I don't have to explain how that works. Velcro, I'm not gonna use it. Whoever wants to Velcro their shit, it's up to them. And then this is a mount that you can pretty much glue anywhere on the dash where you want. And that snaps into this like that. So the gauge, says here, please do not remove this protective sleeve until you're satisfied with the compatibility and general operation. So basically connect it to your shit, see if it gives you the gauges you want first before you start, you know, taking off. So I may just do that. It should work, but the hell do I know? Like I said, you can put this anywhere you want. So I'll figure out what I want. So let's go to the car, test it out, see what happens. All right, so go ahead and connect it. Test it out, make sure it works. Cool. Let's gonna give you this bunch of stuff where it says discovering gauges. So it's basically reading the ECM or DME, whatever, to see what gauges you can actually use. It says 70 gauges, so yeah, we're good for 70 gauges. Yeah, I don't know. I'll come back to that. Right, nice. This you can do after. Obviously, this thing is a 3 liter, so you put your tank size and your engine size. So it shows you consumption. It gives you MPGs and blah 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 blah. So whatever. Never use this thing. Whatever. All right. Cool. So. This is the page button. Select a page, select gauges. So page 1. This is where you select what you want. So first thing I'm gonna put is I care about boost. So what the hell is this? Boost pressure. That's number 1. You put 6 numbers, so you press this button, whatever. I want the intake air temperatures. I can set this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. So let's just go back real quick just so I can show how this works. Obviously, you set the page to however you want. So at least there it gives me the intake temps and the boost PSI. So now obviously depending what you have here there, it'll read different stuff. So I don't think it's gonna boost when it's in parking, but you can set all that stuff too, so. But yeah. So hopefully it works for what I intend. I could be wrong, but how to route this is up to you. I'm gonna remove a couple of things. Like I said, I'm gonna run different stuff. I'm gonna have the boost here, intake temps. I'm probably gonna put fuel pressure rail fuel rail pressure. Sorry, and any other, 3 other sensors I can think of. Maybe oil temp or coolant. Actually, that's what I care about. So I might put coolant, fuel pressure rail, and then maybe exhaust gaskets or exhaust temps or whatever the hell. But yeah. But this should work, so anyways. It works, it works. So now we gotta find out. Install it, so I'm gonna tuck it through here. Use a trim tool. Should be able to use a trim tool to pop this. Pops out. So I'm gonna set it up somewhere here. So I'm either gonna use the suction cup or the mounting. Okay, so once you take off this plastic, find a way to squeeze this in between this. You might have to press it a little so you can put it through that opening right here. So try to squeeze it in between this opening right here, so you can pull this down. I believe this part of the dash comes off of the trim piece. I believe it just pops off, but I could be wrong. We're about to find out. And that should give you enough space to be able to hold this down somewhere here. And tuck it in here. To put it like so. And there you go. So took all this wire. You can use some of this zip tie that you have to use. Not zip tie, but the little strap thingy. Tuck it in a way. Like I said, depending where you guys want to mount it, it's all personal preference. I'm planning to mount it here somewhere, so I don't need a lot of play, I guess. Depending where you guys want to mount it, you know, you may want to tuck it in accordingly. Yeah. And you should be able to unplug it and plug it from there in case you need to reflash your car or whatnot. I'm probably gonna leave it somewhere here, like that. I may or may not use the suction cup, or I may use the mount. I don't know, whichever looks cleaner, I guess. I like the suction mount, but the suction mount's gonna probably bring it a little higher this way. What I don't like about the suction mount is that when you want to put a what do you call it, window reflector or sun reflector, it kind of gets in the way, so we'll see. But anyways, like stated, you guys can adjust it however you guys want. You guys can run it that way, you guys can run it here, whatever. I'm gonna keep it here just because it's more simple. But yeah, should be the end of my video. There are some instructions on this that you do need to adjust the voltage so it drops when the car shuts off, otherwise it could stay on. So look it up on their website and adjust it accordingly to your car. So, but yeah, deuces.